You're standing there thinking, how did we get here? They were fine this morning. Now they're yelling and pacing and accusing you of things that never happened. Here's the part that no one warns dementia caregivers about. The things that you are doing because you care might actually be what's making these behaviors worse. I know. In today's video, I'm going to show you why and what to do instead. Hi, for those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. Sinclair. I'm a neuropsychologist, dementia care specialist, and founder of the Confident Caregiver Academy. Let's jump on in. Before we delve into the 3 hidden triggers that often make dementia behaviors worse, I want for you to imagine your loved one's brain with dementia like a house built on shifting ground. Even the tiniest of tremors, a noise, a shadow, a change in their routine is enough to shake the house. You cannot stop earthquakes, care partners, but what you can do is reinforce the house, reinforce the structure so that the tiniest of tremors does not lead to a collapse. And here's what I mean, care partners. When dementia starts to affect the brain, there are often 3 major structures that get impacted depending on your loved one's dementia type. Their prefrontal cortex, their amygdala, as well as the hippocampus. The prefrontal cortex, that's in the front part of your brain, care partners. That's responsible for reasoning, for making decisions, for impulse control, thinking through behaviors before you do them. It also helps to regulate your emotions. The amygdala is our internal alarm system. That tends to get hijacked and hyperactive with dementia. So your loved ones start to overreact for the slightest of reasons. And third, if your loved one's dementia type is one in which there's hippocampal damage, then your loved one is going to struggle to form new memories. And so they may be coming to you and asking you questions repeatedly. Those are the 3 major areas that can be impacted depending on your loved one's dementia type. And those 3 areas being impacted is rattling your loved one's behavior. Now let's move on to the 3 things that you don't even realize you're doing that makes the stress on these systems even worse. The first thing that makes dementia behaviors worse, care partners, is too much information, overloading their brain. Because of the damage to the prefrontal cortex, your loved ones with dementia can't hold as much information anymore. When you're communicating with them in the ways that you've always communicated with them before, it may be too much information. And you give a lot of information because you think you're helping them, right? If you said to your mom, hey mom, we're going to pick up your meds and going to the store afterwards, so why don't you go ahead and grab your purse? You're giving your mom all of that information because you know that she may want to buy something at the store. So go ahead and grab your purse. But care partners, we are going to pick up your meds. We're going to go to the store afterwards. Please go grab your purse. That was a lot of steps for a dementia affected brain. It doesn't feel like a lot of steps to you or to me, but for them it is. And when the dementia affected brain gets overloaded, it doesn't know to say, hey, I'm overloaded. Your loved one doesn't even realize what's happening. They just get agitated and angry and start pacing and may even yell at you, no. And then you're standing there thinking, I just asked you to get your purse. Why are you yelling at me? No. They're yelling, care partners, because it wasn't about the purse. It was too information, too much overload. So instead, break multiple steps down, one at a time. That can look something like, Mom, let's put on your shoes. Pause. Mom, let's grab your purse. Pause. When you're ready, okay, Mom, let's go together. And then you walk off together, arm in arm. Okay, care partners, you are giving them one directive at a time and you're pausing so that their brain can catch up with you. So it wasn't the request to get the purse that led to the overload. It was all of those steps in that one sentence that led to the overload. In summary, care partners, the dementia brain can only process one step at a time. Multi-step instructions could lead to overwhelm and then could lead to agitation because of that overactive amygdala that we talked about earlier. So simplify your directions and slow down with pauses. That's going to lead to your loved ones feeling safer instead of feeling like there's a threat or feeling all of that agitation. The second things that often make dementia behaviors worse that care partners don't even realize that they're doing is correcting arguing or reality checking your loved ones with dementia. The dementia affected brain really struggles to reason its way through stress. It struggles to reason, period, but definitely when your loved one is under stress. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say that your dad is accusing you of stealing their food or accusing someone in the house of stealing their food. Your knee-jerk reaction care partner is going to say, Dad, no one stole your food. You ate your lunch 15 minutes ago. You ate your lunch, right? What you're doing there is you're explaining, you're giving reason to your level with dementia. But if you remember, care partner, the part of the brain that's responsible for reasoning and impulse control and filtering emotions is the prefrontal cortex. So that's offline for your loved one when they're stressed, when their amygdala is activated. And so you're trying to explain to someone whose systems are rattling your loved one right now. Instead of correcting the content, tend to the emotion that your loved one is feeling. What could the emotion be? He could be upset that someone ate his food, disappointed. He's probably angry. He's probably anxious. Is anything safe around here? So when you tend to the emotion, care partners, it de-escalates the situation because you're telling your loved one, I care about what you feel and I'm here to support you. Some phrases that can work in a situation like this include, that sounds upsetting, Dad. I'm right here with you. I will make you another sandwich. See what we did there, care partner? We didn't debate if Dad ate the sandwich or not. Dad doesn't remember eating the sandwich. And so what we're going to do instead is say, that sounds upsetting. I'm here to help you, Dad. I'm going to make you another sandwich. Or, I can see that really bothered you, Dad. How can I make this better? Or any variation of that. What you're doing there, care partner, is you're saying, I see you and I'm here to help you. I'm not going to debate the fact that you ate the sandwich. I'm just going to help you through this because if I debate the fact that you ate the sandwich, we're going to be fighting all night. And I don't want to do that with Dad, okay? Correction increases fear, anger, agitation. Connection decreases it. Summary bullets. Remember, care partners, the prefrontal cortex is weaker for many dementia types. So your loved ones are going to struggle with logic and reasoning. Corrections activate their alarm centers. It makes them feel like they're under threat. So when you say, no, that's not true, it escalates fear, tension, agitation, and anger. Finally, validation and redirection helps to calm these systems instead. If this is helpful to you, care partners, if this is allowing you to understand your loved one with dementia just a tad bit better, then please go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. It allows me to keep helping you as well as other care partners who are struggling just like you. Let's move on to the third thing that care partners do, and they don't even realize they're making dementia behaviors worse. Sudden changes in environment or routine. Dementia strips away the brain's ability to feel safe and secure, especially in new situations. New people, new lighting, new room, going from the living room to the bathroom is enough to make the brain feel like we're entering into uncharted territory. It's very hard for the dementia-affected brain to shift. That's why your loved one may resist. They may yell at you. They may try and leave the house, run away. Sometimes they even shut down and they look really scared if you shift their routines or shift situations for them too abruptly. The dementia brain needs predictability to feel safe, so try some of these steps instead. If you're wanting to move to the kitchen, you can say something like, hey, hon, in a minute, we're going to the kitchen. Then you go to the kitchen, you turn on the kitchen light, let them hear sounds coming from that room. Then you say, care partner, okay, hon, let's walk together. And you go to your hon, walking them into the kitchen. What you're doing there, care partner, is you're warming the brain to the transition so that it doesn't panic in this new situation. For some of you, your loved ones won't struggle with this shifting, but for those of you who are noticing your loved one becoming very fearful or resistant to any directive that you give, you may want to warm up their brain in this way. In summary, care partners, hippocampal damage can lead to new environments feeling unsafe because your loved one is struggling to remember what to do in those situations. Sudden transitions can lead to panic, aggression, or refusals. Your loved one's flat out yelling at you and saying no. Predictability, by contrast, leads to safety. So build in soft transitions to help prevent overwhelm for your loved one. I'd like to leave you with a mindset reframe, care partners. You're not dealing with someone who won't behave or someone who's intentionally being defiant. You're now caring for someone whose brain is struggling to filter, to regulate emotions, to remember tasks and steps involved in a task. It really is heartbreaking, both for them and for you. You're so used to interacting with your loved one with dementia in the ways that you used to. And so it is going to be a learning curve. Give yourself grace and give them a bit of grace as well. They are trying their best with the brain that they have left. I hope that this video was helpful, care partners. If you do need a bit more support and guidance in implementing the steps you learned today, then go ahead and book a call with me below. I'm happy to talk you through the Academy as well as all the many ways I can support you. And for those of you who are interested in learning why are my evenings getting worse with my loved one with dementia, then go ahead and check out the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.